What's up guys, Belamy Prime here, and in today's video we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of the usual guide situation or PvP video that I put out, we're going to be just doing something a little bit different. Just going to be talking a little bit why I got into the whole guide making situation, because before I started making guide videos I was really just making some like PvP videos in my spare time and just muck around videos that I enjoyed to make just as kind of a hobby between when I was playing games and things like that. So not to say that I don't enjoy making guide videos, because I really do enjoy making them and I really enjoy helping people, so it's kind of two birds one stone. But like I said, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of XP farming today while I kind of rant a little bit just about what I plan to do on this channel and what you guys can expect from my upcoming videos. But for the most part, we're just going to be having a small chat today, nothing to really learn here. So if you came here to, maybe expecting a guide video or another PvP video, then go ahead and skip away now. But if you want to chill, if you're just killing some mobs or doing something chill and you just want something to listen to in the background, then stick around. We're going to have a little chat. So the reason I kind of got into the whole guide situation is because, like I said, before I made guide videos and things like that, which I've only just started to do, it's quite fresh actually. I haven't got a whole lot of guide videos out, probably like 10 or less, if that. So like I said, it's quite new. But the reason I got into it was because after making so many PvP videos, I think once I hit about 10 PvP videos or something like that, I found that I was getting a lot of questions on like my video comments, and I had a lot of people like noticing my characters in game and asking me questions and things like that about their own gear and what they should do and why I use this weapon or why I use that bit of gear and things like that. And I'm more than happy to help people and answer questions and things like that. Like, ask anyone who's came to me in game or whatever and asked me things. I don't just give them a straight up, this is what you should do, blah blah blah. I'll actually try my best to explain what they should be doing and why I do this and why I do that to the best of my ability. But it got to the point where I had so many people like asking me on a regular basis, whether it was in mails or in whispers and things like that, different questions, that it wasn't annoying per se, but the annoying part was having to answer the same questions from different people very often. So basically I was getting the same questions over and over again about different things, and I just thought to myself, you know what would be really cool if I could just be like, here's a video that I made. If you want to answer to that, just go watch the video and I can actually explain it there, and have it not be written in text. And if you don't understand something, you can go back and listen to me explain it again, or it's just a better way for me to explain to people. It's easier for you as someone trying to learn, and it's easier for me as someone trying to explain. So it seemed like the good choice at the time, and it was a good choice. I really enjoy making the guide videos because I feel like I know a lot about this game specifically, and I have no reason to not help people. So whenever I get the time between university and my other real life commitments, I try my best to record a video about whatever I can think of at the time, which there's more than 100 different things I could make guide videos on right now. It's just a matter of choosing one and which would be the most helpful to most people at the time, and making that video. So when I find time, I love to make the videos, and you guys seem to enjoy them. So if they're helping, then I'm more than happy to continue to make them. But like I said, it's hard to find the time between my 4th year of studying at university and, actually playing the game myself, because despite, what people might think, I don't just make videos. I actually like to play the game and enjoy the game. And not only this game, I play other games as well. So, between finding some leisure time for myself and making some guide videos, as well as studying and completing different things for university and stuff like that, it's hard to make as many videos as I would like to. But like I said, I'll keep putting out as many videos as I can, and I enjoy all of you guys suggesting new videos and things like that. I do take everything you guys say into account, and I read every single comment, and I try to reply to them if a reply is needed, if you got a question or something. And they all help, because the more interactive you guys are, the more accurate and the more useful my guides I put out are going to be for different people. So keep the comments coming, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy the guide videos. But for the time being, we're just going to be sitting back, try put out a guide video, every couple days or so when I get the time. Normally I'll, put an hour in if I find a moment one day, do some recording, then the next day I'll do a bit of editing, and then maybe I have to do some schoolwork so I don't have time to finish the editing, and then I have to come back and, edit some more. It depends on the type of video. Like some I can just crank out super fast, record them without, I say without a script. I don't actually script any videos. I kind of just try and get an idea of what I want to talk about in my head, and then just go through and do the video. Probably why my content's very average, but what can you say? And then, a bit of time to edit, which, despite what you might think, some of these videos take a long time to fucking edit. Like, especially one of my most recent ones was a, gear build guide for Melee. It was like a 50-minute long video or something like that, which was like an hour and 10 minutes of footage that I had to go through, edit, cut down different parts, and go back and add different things in because I didn't explain something perfectly, or things like that. It takes time. So unfortunately I can't put out as much as I would like to on on a weekly basis. I'd love to put out 2, 3, 4 videos a week if I could, but at the moment I don't have the time, especially while I'm doing 4th year studies at university, and also working a part-time job. So it's hard to get the content out, but I'm doing my best. I'm also working on trying to get a new mic, because although I do have a cheap studio mic that I bought to record these videos, whether it's the mic or it's my sound card or whatever it is, it's just not of the greatest quality, unfortunately. I would like a better microphone that didn't sound so trash when I'm recording videos and things like that. I'd also like to, get some better hardware so that I can record things in a little bit of a higher quality. I know that's not super important, especially for guides and things like that, but when it comes to my PvP videos and things like that, I'd like to be able to play on max settings in game and record on a decent setup so that I can actually get high quality footage and things like that, which would make a huge difference, especially with PvP videos, but even with just the footage that I use in guides and things like that. So yeah, those are some of the long-term goals at the moment. Just getting a bit better hardware so that the content that I do put out is of higher quality, and the mic shouldn't be too expensive. So I think that's probably my number one goal right now, is to get that going. But also, hitting 1,000 subscribers is actually my number one goal right now, because once I hit 1,000 subs, I can actually apply to get monetized on YouTube, which would be super cool if I actually started cranking out enough videos that that I was getting enough views, and I could actually start making a little bit of cash on the side while I'm doing this thing that I enjoy doing so much. Then that'd be really good. And if it even gets to the point where I'm doing enough that I can quit my part-time job and just do the full-time YouTube and study situation, then I would have more than enough time to do the whole, record 3 or 4 videos a week and edit them myself. I could put out multiple guides, and not just for Arcade 2, I could do multiple games at that point, because at a certain point I'll probably run out of important things to make, you know, guide-wise for arcades. The game is constantly updating, but, you know, it's not a huge game, so we don't get updates super often, and I feel like eventually there won't be enough things for me to make to be able to make, you know, 3 or 4 guides a week. But hey, regardless of what happens, I love making the guides, I love making the videos. If I had more time to make more guides and more videos, that would be friggin' dope. But right now, I'm enjoying where I'm at. I enjoy helping all you guys, you know, the small community that we're building in my Discord and things like that is super nice. You know, we have a nice, solid group of people over there now who are either there to get help or there to help. And, you know, if someone's around, at any time of the day, needs a question answered, more often than not, there's someone in there ready and willing to answer it. Whether it's me or, you know, any of the other knowledgeable arcade players who are in there. So if you aren't already part of my Discord and you're, you know, any kind of arcade player for that matter, if you're, you know, a veteran arcade player and you don't mind helping out players that have questions, or maybe you just want somewhere to chat and theorycraft about gear and stuff like that, feel free to join. It's a pretty chill place to be. And if you're a newer or returning player, I highly recommend you go over there, because if you can't, and I know this is one of the big problems with Arcade, and one of the other reasons why I started making guide videos and things like that, is if you have a question and you can't find the information on that question, like, I know a lot of people these days, their go-to for any game is, if they aren't sure about something, they Google it. And for the most part, the information that you'll find about Arcade is either outdated or it just doesn't exist. So, you know, having a community where everyone's there to help each other, it's not just a random Discord where there's a lot of people and you might get shit for asking a silly question or something like that. The whole idea of the Discord and the reason why everyone's there is to be helpful to one another and help each other out. So join the Discord. I highly recommend going over there if you need any help with anything. And not only do we use that as a platform to help newer players and discuss different things about the game, but I post all my new videos in there. A bunch of other content creators put their videos in there as well. We got some other players making some guides who are putting in there, which are really fucking good. We have some other players who make PvP videos who post there and things like that. So if you enjoy watching any kind of PvP videos from different players, then that's a good place for you to find those, because, you know, sometimes it can be tough finding, you know, quality PvP videos, because some of these players that make some of these videos only have, like, you know, less than 100 subscribers, or, you know, they don't get a whole lot of views on their videos, because sometimes they're hard to find. You know, if you don't have a platform to share those videos and things like that, sometimes those videos just won't get seen by many players, and, you know, more often than not, they're like a really high quality PvP video, or, you know, just something that is worth seeing. And I highly recommend, as any kind of player, to watch PvP videos. Even, I mean, maybe not if it's some player that you dislike, or, you know, they kill you a lot in arenas or something and you don't want to watch their content specifically, but you can learn a lot from watching other people play. I know I have before gotten ideas and different things about what some people do, and then integrated that into some other dumbass way to play that I come up with or something like that. I know, like, the Bane song thing that I did, that whole class that I feel like I was the first person to play it. Like, it's a pretty bold claim. I'm sure someone's played it. I've never seen anyone play it, but I feel like I was the first person to kind of bring that to light, and how fun and stupid the class is. But the whole idea from that class came from a guy in Korea who made a PvP video playing a similar style class, doing the same kind of dumbass combo. I just kind of refined it a little bit more to my playstyle and made it more fun, in my opinion, stronger version of the class. You know, like, he was playing like occultism, yeah, he was playing Occultism with Malediction and Shadowplay for the stealth, I guess. You know, for the what Shadowplay brings for 1 versus 1s. But when you have Occultism, you don't really need stealth for 1 versus 1s, because normally, you know, people don't like to stealth in 1 versus 1. At least most people don't like to stealth in 1 versus 1 unless you really have to. And for the most part, they only take it because when someone else opens with stealth on you, the only way to counterplay it and not make yourself vulnerable to them is to stealth back. But if if you're running Occultism, you can just take the Shadow Step that lets you teleport behind stealthed enemies who are nearby, and if they stealth on you, then you just run around in the open, spamming your Shadow Step until you basically Shadow Step right behind them, and then you can just instantly Hell Spear them or something. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having stealth. I guess, you know, stealth has other applications other than just being a cheesy bitch in gladiator arenas, but for the most part, I didn't really need stealth, so I found that having the utility and mobility that Songcraft gave me instead of Shadowplay was just way better, because I could have the Battle Hymn, which gave me a ton of attack speed and move speed, which is really good for my crushing waves, and different things like I can't remember what the thing's called. I call it Alarm Call because that's what the skill used to be called, but I think it's called Sonic Wave now, I think. But yeah, you have things like Sonic Wave and Double Time and stuff like that. So I just found like it was a better class for 1 versus 1 and open world. So, you know, in my own way, I took an idea that someone else had and refined it, made it better, and whether or not it's better is, subject of my opinion, but in my opinion, I made it better and I kind of refined it for my own kind of playstyle. So, watching other people's videos is super helpful, even if they're not guide videos, you know what I mean? Like watching someone else PvP and do different things, you'll get ideas, you'll see how other people use their class, and, it'll make you a better player in the long run, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do this yet, whether, when this video comes out I may, but a few people have been suggesting to me that I should create a Patreon and leave that as an option for people to pledge or whatever it is you do over there, so that, if people feel like they want to help me out in any kind of way, in return for the videos I make and things like that, then that option's there to them. And I threw that out as an idea to a few people who've been watching my videos for a long time, and they said, yeah, absolutely, I should do it. There's no reason for me not to. And I don't know, I feel kind of weird about it because I don't make these videos, for money. I've never got a single cent from anything that I've done on YouTube, and that's never been the goal. The whole idea started was just, I enjoyed making PvP videos, and that turned into guide videos, and that's what I do now. I make guide videos and PvP videos, and I enjoy making both. So that was never really the goal, but the more I think about it, the more the idea of making a Patreon and attempting to monetize my channel after I get 1,000 subs is more appealing, because, if I can earn a bit of money on the side, then I can probably work less part-time, work less, which I can then put more time into either my studies, which I know you guys probably don't give a shit about, but I definitely care about, and more time into making videos and things like that, which it would definitely be a big part of what that would do. So if I do end up going with that, then kudos to me, and thank you in advance for anyone who does pledge to my Patreon. Anyone, that would be amazing if people actually did. But, to me, I've never, donated to anyone on Twitch, and I've never, done any of that kind of stuff for anyone else. So, but that's mostly because I'm a poor part-time student who lives off a shitty scholarship and a few, shifts a week at a part-time job. So I don't exactly have the cash to be throwing around at content creators and things like that, so I've never really done it, and because of that I've never really understood a whole lot why people do it, but you know, I understand thinking about it now that it would be super helpful, and you know, anyone who does donate and things like that, I really fucking respect you as a person. Like, you're really, like, especially like, you know, smaller creators and things like that, you would be making a huge difference. Even just a few dollars and you know, would make a huge difference. So that's pretty cool. I know for a while there I did live stream on Twitch just playing Arcade and things like that, and I use that as kind of my platform to answer questions and help people out and discuss stuff and things like that. But it was kind of hard. I don't know if you can tell from my accent, but I live in Australia and we don't exactly have the greatest internet over here, so streaming without paying a huge amount of money for your internet is quite difficult. And not only that, but my computer, although it's good, is not good enough to, you know, stream 5+ hours a day while playing Arcade, especially if I'm doing things in Arcade like mass PvP and things like that, where, you know, there's 200 there can be, you know, anywhere from 100 to 250 people on your screen at any one time, so it really shits on your computer whether you're streaming or not. You know, I wouldn't even attempt to stream that with my current setup. Like, it would probably just blue screen. So, you know, when I streamed, I got a bit sidetracked there, but yeah, when I streamed, that was mostly during the last Fresh Start. I streamed for a lot while I was playing on there, just because it wasn't a whole lot of mass PvP. It was just mostly arenas all day and 1v1s and skirmishes and things like that. So I felt like I could stream it. And I had a lot of people donate to me during that time, which was really freaking cool because I was able to put that towards, you know, upgrading my computer a little bit at the time so that I could stream, and I got the mic that I currently have right now. But as you can tell from the quality of my, you know, mic, it's definitely a cheap mic by most standards. I'd love to get a super high quality mic so that you can get some ASMR action while I'm, you know, while I'm making guide videos, and who knows, maybe if I get the setup to support streaming and things like that, again, maybe I'll consider streaming. I doubt it'll be on Twitch because I kind of have the small following on YouTube right now. I'll probably try and set it up and do it on YouTube. I'm not sure how it is to stream on YouTube, whether it would be good or not, but I'm down to try it. I think that might suit me a bit better, but who knows. So, but yeah, I hope this wasn't too much of a boring video. I kind of just wanted to sit down and talk a little bit about what I plan to do and what my hopes were for this channel, where I aim to be going. And so yeah, the plan is to keep putting out guide videos. I'm going to be working on one as soon as this video begins to upload. And hopefully, sometime in the not so distant future, I will be able to maybe take a few hours less at work and put some more hours in making guide videos and things like that, and gaming. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to at some point get into a little bit of live streaming for you guys, where, you know, you guys can come around, ask some questions, hang out, watch me do some arenas, watch me make my PvP videos, you know, as they happen, you know. So instead of just seeing them in a montage when I upload them on YouTube, you can see me die 100 times before I get every single clip. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this was a bit of a strange video for me especially, but I felt like I wanted to just sit down and get my thoughts out about where I wanted to go, and who knows, maybe a couple people will watch it, we'll see. But yeah, if I decide to go with that, I'll leave a link somewhere to my currently not existing Patreon maybe, and if any of you guys feel like pledging, or I think it's pledging, then that would be dope. If not, that's cool too. I'm not going to stop making videos regardless, but you know, everything you guys can do to help will help me help you. So if you enjoy my videos, if you enjoy my guides, if they help you, and you know you were planning on sending a $10 donation to write something on fucking Shroud's stream, or for God forbid you watch a Ninja or something like that, then send me a $2 donation instead, because I'm not some multi-million-dollar fucking epic gamer with perfect hand-eye coordination. I'm just a guy with a little bit of spare time and some information in my brain that may be useful to some other people. So help me out. If you can't, that's fine. If you do, you're a legend. Like I said, regardless, I'm going to continue to make videos. I enjoy it regardless. Like I said, haven't made a single cent from it, and maybe never will, but I'm going to keep making videos because it's what I like to do in my spare time. And I hope you guys enjoy my content, whether it's the guides or the PvP videos. But for those of you who stuck around to the end, I appreciate you listening, and I will see you guys in my next video of whatever I make. Bye for now.